PTO on offer letter differs from company policy. HR said, "Oops. I started a new job a few months ago, and once my probationary period, 60 days, was over, I happened to get sick for 2 days and put in for a week of vacation at Thanksgiving. I was under the impression I had 80 hours of PTO to use. But when I turned in my request forms, I was told I only had 40 hours of PTO per the handbook. I couldn't remember why I thought it was 80 hours of PTO till a few weeks ago when I happened to look at my offer letter that said very plainly, 'We are very happy to offer you 80 hours of PTO after the first 60 days of employment.' So I took that to HR, same one that sent the letter, and explained. Her response was, 'Oops.' So I pushed more, saying that I took the job with that factor in mind and I'd really like it if we stuck to the offer letter. She didn't budge. It's going to be an issue for me this next week when I put in my PTO request for this week. Was out sick. Any advice? Don't let them steamroll you. The answer is very simple. It doesn't matter what your company handbook says. This offer letter states that I have 80 hours of PTO after 60 days. And that's what you're going to pay me for. What they put in the offer letter controls. The offer letter states 80 hours. This is the basis of our employment agreement, and I expect you to honor it. If the situation was reversed, you would have expected me to honor our agreement. And you would be right. I wouldn't know about you. But this is the hill for me. You aren't requesting PTO. You are using it. Do your pay stubs list your PTO balance at all? Attorneys are made for this. They will lose way more than a week of your time if you leave and they have to start over. You accepted a written offer with specific terms. That they didn't proofread is on them. So you have leverage. Oops is not an acceptable reply. Your best bet is to find an employment or HR-related lawyer and ask them. Most lawyers will give you a free consultation. At least I've found conflicting info as to whether an offer letter is legally binding or not, and it may differ depending on what state or country you are in. Not everything that gets said by individuals on Reddit is legit info, but rather just what someone personally believes. In something like this, an actual lawyer you meet with in person is the best thing you can do. At least they're familiar with it from a daily perspective and from how those kinds of things are handled in your local area. Best advice I can offer is to start looking for a new job. You will have precious little real leverage if they decide to screw you over. Only recourse is to try again someplace else that appreciates you. You accepted the job based on that letter. They should give it. HR doesn't want to get in trouble for their mistakes, so they're hoping you'll back down. Take it up the ladder. Your offer letter is your contract. It's what you agreed to. Doesn't matter what the handbook says. How long have you worked there? For instance, did you just start the job 2 months ago or 10 months ago? I was wondering if they think 1 week per year off is acceptable. Sadly, they're gonna push back super hard on this and say it was a clerical error and refer back to their handbook as law of the land. You can fight it and see where it leads you. But if this company is screwing up on offer letters, I'd hate to see what's deeper in the weeds of what they screw up more. I'd start looking elsewhere. Hold on to your current job, but start looking. Whoever the next employer is and is undoubtedly going to ask why you left so early. In this case, the truth would work just fine. Telling your next employer that the company outright lied to you and you'd rather not work for them may work in your favor. I would hold them to the letter. Don't ask. Insist. Say something like, You put 80 hours in writing when I accepted the offer, and I expect you to keep your word. If they push back with excuses, say, "We both agreed to 80 hours. I'm expecting 80 hours. Don't waffle. Don't say please." Once they give in, say thank you and something like, "I appreciate your understanding." Speak to the owner. Explain how you enjoy your job. The work has been rewarding. But one factor that was a deciding element for you was the reasonable PTO policy, which you have used to date to recover from being sick. Then explain the issue at hand and how you know they are an honorable and ethical person that operates with integrity, and you're hoping they can help you resolve this situation to its appropriate and proper conclusion of the 80 hours of PTO being honored. They put a legally binding offer letter in front of you which you accepted. Any court of law in the world would take your side. Paranoid me wonders if it wasn't a mistake in the offer letter. Rather, a tactical bait and switch. Test your boundaries and see how much they can get away with. Of course you must push back hard and insist on the compensation promised. Either in vacation time, a 1/52nd increase in pay, or to carry forward a guaranteed extra week vacation next year. If they outright refuse to make good, start looking for another job and jump ship. Don't give any courtesy of notice. Get a lawyer. They can't just rescind your offered benefit with an oops. And call your doll and report it. Ask momager.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.